This is week 14 of Who You Got. I'm Kale. This is Sam. Here we are. We are here. We are here.
You saved that.
I wasn't going to try. I was just trying to see if you noticed it again.
I did notice it.
All right. Week 14. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about with Trevor Lawrence's crap going on with his big hit he had on him.
Yeah.
Some information came out about that with DeMarco Ryan today. What else? A coach got fired. Or a couple of them. Or just one.
Bears.
Matt Ebergoof.
Yep.
Some close games on Turkey Day. Holy shit. We'll talk about that. What else, Sam? Got anything else?
Packers with a decisive win over the Dolphins on Thanksgiving night. Easy dub over those Florida Finns. They didn't stand a chance in the frozen tundra, so we clapped them cheeks. Now we're gonna take down the Lions this Thursday. We're on lion hunting.
Anyway, any news or information you have seen this week that you want to talk about? Something that stand out to you?
I mean, in my opinion, as far as the MVP race is concerned, I feel like it's between Saquon Barkley and Josh Allen right now.
The MVP?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Josh Allen.
I got to roll with Saquon.
I like both, but they're...
If Saquon can break the Eric Dickerson's rushing record, I think he deserves it, especially with how good the Eagles are doing. But Josh Allen's on another level right now. Like he looks like the best quarterback in football right now. Right? He just does. Lamar, he's playing good. He didn't play great against Philly this last weekend, which I think
it's kind of been a little bit of a down week.
Yeah, that's the only game I got wrong.
That was a good game, though.
It's the only game I got wrong this last week was that game.
Did you see a rookie leveling out Derrick Henry?
I did not see that.
Cooper DeJean Mustard?
DeJean. He did, didn't he? Yeah.
And it was like, what? Like, that big guy, that small dude took down a big-ass motherfucker. Holy shit.
Crazy. And that game was the matchup of the best two running backs in the league this season, too.
Yes.
And Eagles won that, man. The Eagles are the real deal right now.
NFC, I telling you, dude.
NFC right now, your four best teams, it's the Lions right now are technically on top.
God, I love recording this.
But then it's crazy because you got the Lions and the Eagles, and then the next two are literally both NFC North teams, the Vikings and the Packers. Those are your top four NFC teams right now.
Yep. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into our first game of the week. It's a big game for both him and I. We got Packers
at Lions
at
Thursday
Detroit.
night.
We're going to defend the Den. I mean, you guys already know who we're going to pick. Obviously, he even has his Green Bay beanie on. I was going to wear the hat, but I forgot to grab it downstairs before we started recording. Oh boy. Last week, the Thanksgiving game, we broke the streak of since 2016. The last time we won was against the Vikings. That was my senior year in high school. Crazy.
That's right.
And now I'm 26. Now, oh, dude, I could tell you right now, I was clenching my butt cheeks at end of that game, bro.
He was nervous.
Dude, I was trying to cook mac and cheese.
And I was messaging you, too, during that.
So we had a Thanksgiving dinner we had to go to, and I told him I'll make mac and cheese, and got to the cheese sauce part. I told Maya, you got to do it. I got to watch this game. I stopped what I was doing. And Maya could tell you, like, next time you see her, you should ask her how excited I was in 2 minutes. It was just basically, PTSD from the Cowboys game where I was like, yeah, what? No. And then it turned into, yeah, yeah, let's go. I thought Jonathan Vidor messed it up again. He messed it up last year in the NFC Championship.
Yep.
But
That's just the Bears had every
chance
opportunity to at least tie that game and take it to overtime.
A lot of it was on Matt Eberflus. Obviously, he got fired.
It's the
from that
clock
game.
management. Like, you can blame Caleb Williams. Like, that part of that is on the quarterback.
He did admit to changing the play.
Yeah. So you know, part of that obviously falls back on the quarterback, but you got to remember he is a rookie. He's going to make those mistakes. Ultimately, it comes back on the head coach, and they made the right decision firing him.
But can you say that he's a rookie at this time of the season?
He's a rookie. He's a rookie, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's had enough games under his belt now, but at the same time, like, quarterbacks who want to be great, they want a coach that's going to push them. And maybe, Eberflus wasn't doing that for Caleb, and it sucks because the Bears are so crappily run, at the top that
hell is crappily.
They're so crappily run.
Okay, a new word.
You
heard it here first. Crappily.
Yeah. So it's an adjective for crap.
Crappily.
I
just realized I got cheering. I didn't mean to do applause. Whoops. Anyway, continue.
They're so badly run at the top that they just, I feel like they're just set up for failure. Doesn't matter what quarterback you bring in there. I mean, they actually made the playoffs a couple times with Trubisky.
But have you seen every new quarterback they've had a different coach?
That's true. And then when Justin Fields came in, they didn't have a lot of winning success, but he was this electrifying runner. And now he's kind of taken on that role sparingly in Pittsburgh as the backup to Russell Wilson.
They were using David Montgomery for a while until the end of his time there.
Yeah. And now Caleb Williams is the guy, and I think he could potentially be, the future face of the franchise for Chicago, but a lot needs to be changed at the top in the front office, coaching. But yeah, they're 4-8. To put that all on Caleb Williams he's the only reason they're close in any of these games. I'll just say that right now.
Before we move on, two things. Dude, if there is one thing I now noticed is when the lines are coming down to the end where they were in the Bears game, I hate when people text me, flood my phone with messages and Snapchats and everything. Like, I get you guys are trying to be nice and everything, and I'm trying to be nice. I'm
not being nice.
I know you're not.
I'm not being nice.
I know.
I was rooting for the Bears.
I know, and I told Maya, I was like, "Why the hell is you got to do this shit right now?" My blood pressure was here. It went up here, even more up here after Sam. I said, "Sam sent you a snap." Son of a bitch.
So
and then between Zach and I on Facebook the whole time, that was hilarious. I was like, touchdown. He's like, touchdown.
When he made that post about Eberflus getting fired and stuff, and I comment, I'm just like, yes, sad day indeed. Sad day indeed.
Then
he went all in on this big detailed thing or whatever, and I'm just like, well, in the wise words of Cale Daly, you'll be all right in the morning.
He'll be all right in the morning. That's one for you, Brody, too. You know you love that. And second thing, who won last week, by the way? I'm guessing it's you.
I won.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I won. I went 15-1 on the week. Cale went 14-2.
Really?
Yep.
I went 14-2. Holy shit.
The only ones you got wrong was Jaguars, Texans. You picked the Jaguars.
Yeah, I know.
And
I was literally watching the game. I was like, damn it.
Vikings, Cardinals, which was a very close one, and you barely.
That one pissed me off.
And then
one pissed me off.
You actually got me on Ravens, Eagles. I thought that one was going to be the tiebreaker, but I already had it locked up and won at that point.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so on the year, my record on the season is 6-7. Cale's 7-6. But overall, I got him by one game, 129-66. He's 128-67. So it's kind of weird.
Christ.
It's very weird. We're very close. Like, it's who you got. It's like this right now.
Okay, so I look at it this way: either we're good at picking football games, or we're just absolutely shit. But overall, I feel like we're doing all right.
We're both good. Like, we're both
And now,
Like, in terms of our overall record, we're both pretty good.
maybe we should start doing sports betting because, man, we would be winning in Vegas right now.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief.
Uh,
You have to predict, like, scores and shit and bet the over, bet the under, whatever.
Yeah.
The spread. We're just picking. We're just picking winners. That's all we're doing.
Not necessarily. There's times you could just pick the teams.
Pick the winner.
Yeah, but like over and under is basically a lot less people for the under are picking this team, and over is more people are picking for this team. Is what I understood from somebody what told me.
I don't know.
Next year we should have a. If you want to be our betting advisor,
also maybe
hit me up.
let us know. So, at the end of the year, should we base who wins this off total record on the season, like the season record, or overall record of total amount of games?
Hit them with that overall.
Because we were disputing that. He thinks it should be the season record. I think it should be overall record of all the games cumulatively. He's just saying week to week. So let us know if you could. If not, then we'll decide ourselves. But yeah.
I'll clip that. I'll make a post about it.
Let's continue on. Browns at Steelers.
Ugh,
I got to go Steelers.
that's an easy W for the Steelers.
You know, Browns have been looking, they definitely look better.
Just hopefully it doesn't snow, because when it snows, Jameis is dangerous.
You know, they're definitely a lot more fun to watch with Jameis rather than Deshaun.
Yeah, because every time you look at Deshaun, when he plays, you just think of massage parlor and all this bullshit and what he was at Texans and what he was in college. And now he's just like
he's
shit.
a bum.
He's a bum. He's
like Jameis.
He's a sad of a man. Like he is a sad image of a guy.
Yeah, and then Jameis comes in there, and honestly, Jameis, like, yeah, he throws a lot of interceptions, but I feel like he's such a good leader. Like, he hypes his guys up. He's there. He's vocal.
I like how
he's passionate, and he just goes out there and does his thing. He tries his best, and he's he can lead an explosive offense and throw for a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. He's just really kind of a gunslinger, turnover prone, but you gotta love a guy like Jameis Winston, and I don't really care for a guy like Deshaun Watson.
There's one thing I do like about what he is doing. He's putting God more in his messages and stuff, and you don't really see a lot of players do that. And I'm surprised the NFL hasn't said, like, you need to stop, kind of thing. But I'm not going to get any more into that. We don't need to get any more
outside
into
of Tim Tebow. I mean, you really haven't seen that.
Yeah, in a long time, and I respect the hell out of that one.
But I just think he provides a spark, and he's passionate, and his energy.
Obviously, going to Steelers. Next game, we got the Saints at New York Giants. No Daniel Jones again.
Drew Lock going to start again, or is they going back to Tommy?
Honestly, I'm at this point where he just sucks.
Drew Lock or Tommy?
Well, okay.
Drew Lock did a few good things against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
He did. It seems like he's still learning.
I just think he's got to be better than Tommy DeVito. He's at least got a little more experience starting. But regardless, I mean, I feel like Saints, like, even though they're not great, they're definitely better than the Giants. You got to roll with the Saints here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Saints. Jets and Dolphins next week.
This week.
This week, this game.
Dolphins.
Super Bowl III rematch. Way back. I thought they played the Jets.
It was Jets Colts.
All right.
It was Jets.
Editor, do your work. You probably ain't going to do anything because I'm the editor. Anyway.
It was New York Jets versus Baltimore Colts. And, yeah.
I'm
going Dolphins.
I'm going Dolphins. I mean, yeah, they're kind of not good, but Dolphins are a better team overall.
Dolphins have a spark.
Here's next game. Oh, sorry. We can keep talking.
Well, I was just going to say the Dolphins are explosive on offense. They're just really bad in the cold. Historically bad in the cold.
Yeah.
Tua's not good in the cold, but they're back at home for this one. Jets is their season's over. I'm not really sure why they're even going to trot Aaron Rodgers out there, but they are. He's going to start. But yeah, anyway, Dolphins for that one. Next game, Jaguars at Titans.
Okay, here's the headline going in that story. Trevor Lawrence. Not going to have Trevor Lawrence anymore. So
Mac time.
It is
Mac and cheese.
Jones. Last time he played was against the Detroit Lions, in which they lost handily.
Well, he came into the game against Houston last week.
Well,
He came in and he balled out. He almost brought them
didn't
back.
ball out against Detroit. He got his ass whooped.
Well, he almost brought them back against Houston last week.
I mean, Houston's not good this year, so.
They're not good, but they're going to win the AFC South because that division's trash. Titans I think they got shellacked by the Commanders last week.
Yes.
So they beat the Texans the week prior.
Yes.
And they're at home against a division rival.
Oh,
that one's a little tough. I'm going to say Jaguars, though. I'm going to say personally, I would take Mac Jones over Will Levis.
I am gonna.
You're going Titans?
I don't know why I put a T.
T for Jaguars.
I didn't mean to put a T. I must have actually did that.
Falcons at Vikings.
Ooh,
this is kind of a juicy matchup. Kirk Cousins
coming home,
returning to Minnesota, facing his former team. And he's gonna, as much as I want to root against the Vikings to give my Packers a better spot in the North, I can't, man. For the sake of this, I gotta go with the Vikings at home against the Falcons, who have been not playing very good lately. Vikings.
I'm going Vikings.
Whoops, put a C for some reason. All right, Panthers at Eagles.
I was gonna say that's an no-brainer.
Yeah, Eagles are definitely like a top 3 to 5 team in the league right now.
Top dog.
Raiders at Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to fuck up the Las Vegas Raiders, who don't even have a damn quarterback. Seahawks at Cardinals. This will be a good matchup here. I honestly think whoever wins this game probably will end up winning the NFC West, maybe. I feel like, I don't know.
I'm going Cardinals.
NFC West is still so up in the air right now.
I'm going Cardinals.
You're going Cardinals, huh?
I mean, look how they played against the Vikings last week, although they lost by one single digit.
Yeah. Seahawks won last time they played, I believe.
That's always a good game.
I'm going to go Cardinals as well. Bears at 49ers. I'm gonna go Bears. I'm gonna go Bears because
Christian McCaffrey's out.
49. Yeah, they're not. They've been losing games like crazy. Christian McCaffrey's out. Jordan Mason's out. So who the hell are they gonna put at running back? I don't know. Debo. Who are they gonna put at receiver? And their defense is not playing great. I think Nick Bosa's probably still hurt. And I think Caleb Williams, he might be able to have a heyday against that Niners defense.
We might have to have a tiebreaker, by the way.
Bills. Bills over the Rams for sure.
I got Bills as well.
Chargers at Chiefs. Who you got?
Chargers.
Okay, so let's put a C. Let's put an HA there.
I'm going to put Bolt up.
You're going Chargers. I'll go Chiefs then.
I mean, I think they're evenly matched. I don't think the Chiefs are good at. I mean, I think they're good. I don't think they're as good as what people make them be. It's just like, hey, you should try this, or hey, go to this place, and you end up going or trying it. It's like not that good.
Bengals at Cowboys. I'm going Bengals.
Easily Bengals.
So it's going to come down to Chiefs Chargers for us, which would be it'd be a good matchup. That's an AFC West matchup. Chiefs are right now top dogs in the whole AFC conference, technically. But Chargers have been solid this year, and it might be a dogfight. That's going to be your Sunday night football game. And but every time I've rooted against the Chiefs, I've picked against the Chiefs. They proved me wrong. And not to say Pat Mahomes is playing great this year. He's statistically maybe having his worst season.
Pat Mahomes is the greatest quarterback. I can just imagine what people would say.
Pat Mahomes is, in my opinion, a top 4 all-time quarterback already, but he's not having a great year statistically.
Yeah.
That said, he makes the plays when it matters most to win. And Travis Kelce, again, getting kind of old, getting up there in age.
I think he's a bitch now.
Right now, the Chiefs are one of those teams. They're winning because of their defense. And we'll see what they can do against.
You know what's funny? You say that about their defense. Years ago, before they started their Super Bowl run, their offense was good and their defense
I know.
always ass.
I know.
They flipped.
So it's kind of flipped a little bit, but the one thing holding that offense together is really Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like, if they didn't have Mahomes, that offense would be absolute, like,
dog water.
worst in the league, probably.
We also have teams on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, for that last game, the Monday night game, Bengals at Cowboys, 2 of the kind of so-so teams in the league right now. But I would definitely say Bengals are gonna win that. They just have a more high-powered offense. I don't think the Cowboys will be able to keep up. I mean, it's Joe Burrow versus Cooper Rush, honestly.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't put in other. Honestly, I don't think it's their coach that hates Trey Lance. I think it's Jerry Jones that hates Trey Lance. There has to be something with Jerry Jones.
I mean, Cooper Rush played good last week, but it was against the Giants.
Yeah,
Giants suck.
but you know what I mean, though. Like, I feel like Jerry Jones has a say on who goes on the depth chart.
I think he does, which is stupid because he doesn't know anything about football.
Yeah, I know.
But you were right. There are 6 teams on a bye this week. You got Patriots, Ravens, Texans, Colts, Broncos, and Commanders all on a bye this week. We didn't talk much about the Bills-Rams game, but I will say this. Bills should win that one pretty easily on the road. The Rams, I just don't think they have their dad on standby for this one. What do you think?
Shut up. Yeah, maybe their mom's not going to come,
But
not thinking about the way you're thinking, buddies.
But yeah, I don't know. The Rams have, they've just been so up and down. Like, they've had some really good games. There's times they've looked like shit. And I just think the Bills are one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah,
right now.
I think Stafford's age is starting to show here and there a
little bit. Little bit.
I mean, let's be honest. They're rebuilding, and they got Puka, Nakua, and they also got
Cooper Kupp,
Kyron
Williams.
He's kind of seemed to be more injury prone now these days.
Yeah, Kyron Williams at running back is a beast.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't have much. Their defense isn't great this year. I really think in their division, it's really going to come down to Arizona and Seattle.
Yeah.
I think probably Arizona, but we'll see. But yeah, those are our picks for week 14.
Go sports. Go football.
It's getting close. So.
Yeah.
Fairly even. Fairly even.
Yes, sir, Rebob.
Definitely looking forward to that Thursday night game though against you guys.
Me too. I mean,
last year it was the same thing. You guys beat us at home early in the year, and then we came and played you at your stadium. And
did you know we have 18 players injured?
Well, hopefully that helps us.
Well, I know, but doesn't that seem fucking wild?
That's crazy. I didn't know you guys had that many players.
We
I knew Aiden Hutchinson was injured.
Dude, our whole defense got hurt.
Really?
Yeah, we had to sign people, so we signed.
Jordan Love's gonna tear that up. Josh Jacobs.
We signed Jamal Adams.
Dude, Josh Jacobs is gonna run wild on you guys on Thursday night. I'm calling it right now. Josh Jacobs.
That's if they fucking use him. They don't fucking use him.
What?
There's been times they just don't.
He's third in the league in rushing yards, homie. He's literally right behind Saquon and Derrick Henry. What do you mean they don't use him? He's been a workhorse
every
this
time
year.
I watch a game. They just don't use him.
Well, you don't watch him very much then.
Yeah, because I don't watch shitty Packers.
They're 9-3.
I don't care. I just don't watch them.
Okay, well, don't call him shitty.
I call him shitty all I
and
want.
Don't say they don't use certain players when they obviously use him. And he's third. He's almost at 1,000 rushing yards already.
Okay, and
he's third. He's literally third in the league behind those 2 studs we just talked about. He's been a workhorse. He definitely been as much as I love Aaron Jones, he's definitely been an upgrade over Aaron Jones. Definitely. more durable, bigger, faster, stronger. Maybe not quite as good of a receiver. But outside of that, better.
Honestly, here's my thoughts about your team on.
Not as fumble prone either.
Here's my thoughts about your team on Thursday.
Here's my thoughts about your team on Thursday.
Fine, fuck you then.
Okay, you're not going to give me your thoughts?
No, you want to act like you're fucking immature, so fuck you.
Look who's talking. They never use them. Whenever I watch them play, they never use them.
That's just an opinion.
They never use them.
That's just an opinion.
Third in the league in rushing yards, but they never use them.
You want to hear?
Oh, no, they never use them.
Hey, you done? You want to hear my opinion?
All right, what's your opinion? What's your opinion, dude? Give it.
So on Thursday, the only issues I see with your team is you're gonna see what kind of Jordan Love you get, and how he plays. Let's be honest.
He hasn't thrown an interception the last 2 games.
I know, which is good, but I mean,
okay, I'm gonna keep it real. I've already said this before. This year has shown us Packer fans Jordan Love still has a lot of room to improve.
Exactly.
A lot of room to improve. Do I still think he's the guy? Do I still have 100% faith in him? Of course I do. I think he's the guy. I like watching him play. I think he's good. But he's not the elite superstar that we all thought he was after last season. He's got room to improve. He's having a bit of a sophomore slump. That said, we're at a better spot this year than we were last year.
Yes.
At this point in the year. We're 9-3. Last year through 12 games, I think we were 5-7 or 6-6 or some shit like that.
However, we'll add to your guys' deal is if you guys can catch the balls, your receivers. Your receivers have a hard time catching balls or something.
Jaden Reed is money.
Yes, mostly, but got other players.
Watson,
he doesn't seem like he was when Aaron was there. And then there's a couple other players.
He struggled with Aaron too.
Yeah. There's a couple other players.
He only had 1 year with Aaron. So did Dobbs.
Yes, but it just seems like when they throw the short pass in the middle, they can't catch it.
Yeah, no, Watson's got a case of the dropsies. Watson's got all the potential in the world. Speed, size, like all of it. Height.
Your defense has been good.
Defense has been really good. We're missing Ja, though.
That's what's hurting. His Ja is not there. And
we're going to need him. I think he's still hurt against you guys even. We're going to need him. We're going to need to cover Amon-Ra.
Go ahead. Give me your opinion about my team. I make it fair.
I think for you guys, if you guys struggle to get the running game going against us, then that's going to be like that's where Jared Goff's weaknesses show.
However, though, we did have a good running game against you last time, but I mean it's a new game, so
you guys
fight that.
Have had a great running game all season.
Yeah.
With Sonic and Knuckles back there.
And I agree. You're gonna see what Jared Goff you get.
The thing is Jared Goff is way better, like infinitely better, times 1,000, when he has a good running game to lean on, because then he can play action off of that. He's really good.
I think it takes a lot of pressure off.
Jared Goff is maybe one of the best quarterbacks in football off of play action.
Did you know
when the running game's going good?
There was a interesting stat came out the other day about he's like the second player to like lead a team to a 10+ win season on 2 different teams.
Really?
Or something like that, yeah.
Who was it? Who was the first one? Tom Brady?
Peyton.
Well, Tom Brady's done it.
Oh, then I just saw Peyton. I don't
Stafford.
know. I just saw it quick, and I have to look at it again. But It's something like with the 10+ wins or something with it
on 2 different teams.
Yeah,
he's probably an elite company.
Yeah, anyway,
Aaron Rodgers hasn't done that.
Go ahead, keep continuing.
Brett Favre did that too.
About my team.
I was just gonna say, like Jared Goff, like if you guys can't get the running game going, because we've had a pretty decent run defense this year, except the first time we played you guys. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think with how many injuries you guys have on defense, that's really what's gonna determine the outcome of this game.
If there's one thing I will say about my team and Dan Campbell and that staff and everything, is they develop players. You could tell. They don't go out and sign superstars or somebody, except for Jamal Adams, I guess, but he's not really a superstar, but he is someone chasing a ring.
They brought in Jared Goff, who was supposedly washed up from his time in L.A. and turned him back into a franchise quarterback.
That's the point I'm about to make is
they're stuck with him.
They have a system of we're growing players and we're not depending on these stars if we have to.
Mm-hmm.
Zadarius Smith edition, my opinion so far, I think it's good. I think he's playing pretty well. I think he's playing at the Packer level right now that he was when he was on Green Bay. It seems like we're getting more in the backfield with him, and I can't wait for next year with him and Aiden Hutchinson. Someone the other day said
he was good in Minnesota too. He
was good in Cleveland.
Yeah,
and somebody the other day I saw, he can't jock up Aiden Hutchinson's jackstrap if he wanted to. What? Some stupid remark.
Zadarius Smith?
Yeah.
Well, he's not the player Aiden Hutchinson is, but
he's younger. So yeah, of course.
That doesn't mean when Hutchinson comes back, that doesn't mean you can't use both of them.
Yeah. We're gonna use both
on
of
each
them.
side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what? That's the dumbest comment I've ever heard.
And
like obviously no one's thinking he's Aiden Hutchinson.
If we could be honest, I think they signed some more secondary players because I think they finally realized that Vidor is terrible. Vidor is just terrible.
Yeah.
He's just not a good player.
I'll say one thing. I will say, you talked about our receivers dropping passes. The two that really come to mind are Christian Watson and fucking Dontavian Wicks.
Yeah.
That dude drops. That dude gets open, but he drops.
There's times Dobbs does drop, though.
Dobbs is usually sure-handed, and Jaden Reed is usually sure-handed, and so is Tucker Kraft at tight end.
Tucker Kraft is great for you guys.
And at running back, we don't use Josh Jacobs as a receiver that much because that's not what he's good at. But Emmanuel Wilson is a good receiver out of the backfield. He's our backup running back right now. But I will say Watson and Wicks are terrible. They have some of the best speed and size combination, but man, do they have butterfingers. Every time it's a serious drop, it's either Christian Watson or Dontavian Wicks. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of Wicks.
Well, shit, when we watched that Vikings game this year, I couldn't believe how many drops that Wicks had.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Yeah. No, yeah. Like Watson, he's made enough big plays that I can forgive the drops once in a while. Wicks has done nothing, as far as I can tell. And Dobbs is consistent. Reed is the best one of the group, though. He's the most versatile. To me, he kind of reminds me of a Randall Cobb. But faster and younger, obviously, and just more explosive. But similar skill set.
Yeah.
Because he can line up in the backfield, too. You tired, KO?
Yes, I had a long 2 days. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a good game. I just hope the outcome comes out the way I want it to, but if it don't, it don't. It is what it is.
I mean, you guys will still be atop the division even if you lose.
Yeah.
It'll help our placing a little bit, especially if the Vikings lose this weekend.
I'd rather have you guys in the wild card or in the hunt more than Vikings.
I mean, I think all three of us are making the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I know.
And, we're either going to be I think you guys, I do think with the remaining schedule and that you guys will win the division, but there's still a chance we can get the 5th seed over the Vikings. But if we're a 6th seed, we're a 6th seed. We'll be the best 6th seed in NFL history.
Run the table.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It sucks because we're gonna finish the year with probably no more than 5 losses. 12-5 as a 6th seed. Insane.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today on let's talk about, wow. I am all sorts of loops tonight.
Who you got?
Week 14. And don't forget to check us out on all of our podcast information. We do have a new episode coming out this week. We didn't have one last week with the holiday weekend that has went by. We decided that, it's family time and whatever, and just chilled and hung out. Sometimes these dogs gotta have a break for a weekend. But yeah, don't forget to check us out all on Agent Life Media Group.
Talking dirt, touching base, useless assumption, TNT boys.
And Kayla has a new project.
Yeah.
We're gonna be starting, not him because he doesn't watch it. If you're interested in wrestling and you like to talk about it, watch it, whatever, reminisce the old NWO days, go ahead and follow the Heavyweight Havoc. It is a buddy of Yoshi and mine. He's not a part of this podcast. It's not going to be a part of Agent Life Media. This is going to be its own separate deal. So we're going to have a podcast. We're going to do a bunch of good stuff. I don't want to give away too much.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to follow us on everything where you can easily find us. So yeah, go sports. Go ahead, Sam. Close us out.
Okay, peace out. Bye.